Hey guys, I'm Edwin, another one of your fellow DECA Boost instructors, and today I will be helping you prepare for your mini-con on Wednesday. I will be going over Roleplay Visuals, aka visual aids. So, what these Roleplay Visuals do is that they enhance your PIs, or performance indicators, that you address, and they look like this. Yep, something like this, okay, can guarantee you an award and your competitor not one. Alright, so you may be asking why this weird contraption may give you such an edge. Well, you see, visuals are some sort of graph or table that you draw, on a sheet of paper that will help you address your PIs. Okay, so whatever point or suggestion that you make, the visual that you create will be there to essentially support it and then strengthen your point. For example, let's take a look at the sample roleplay that all of you were given. In case you do not have it with you right now, I'll give you a brief introduction of what it is. So, the CEO of the company, okay, has just asked you to determine how BARR, or their company, can develop relationships with 7th grade to 12th graders that will create engagement and loyalty, leading to possible employment in the future. Okay, so already I see the word relationships, which is perfect because graphs are all technically based off of relationships. However, if you don't see the word relationship specifically, don't panic because you can turn anything that isn't a relationship into something that is a relationship. Okay, so let's go down and look at the PIs near the bottom of the page. So the first one says, describe planning techniques used in the hiring process. Okay. Let's skip those other ones because I don't want to go over all of them. And the last one says, foster positive working relationships. Okay, so this is now where I can create a roleplay visual. So I see that one of the PIs is asking to describe techniques used in the hiring process, and another is to talk about, positive working relationships, how can we foster that. Okay, so what I'm going to do during the 10-minute prep time, okay, which you should all be familiar with by now, is obviously I'm going to find a solution to address the PI, okay? And then once I figure out how I'm going to address the PIs, I'm going to create one of these that will support it. Okay, so for instance, let's say that addressing the first PI, okay, I believe that a planning technique that should be used in the hiring process is a work breakdown structure, which is kind of like a decomposition of a work plan that makes it clear what the boss wants. Okay, so to prove that my solution is going to work or is effective, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a graph, okay, and I make up something or some sort of data that will show that my solution, aka a work breakdown structure, is effective. Alright, so what I did here is I created a simple line graph. Alright, so there's two axes. Okay, so on the left side, I label it efficiency. Okay, and what this is this is going to be what your solution is going to benefit. So, work down break structure, okay, is going to create a more efficient environment. It's going to make employees more efficient, okay? And then the bottom axis is time, and most of the time you're going to label it time. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Now let me show you what this actually means. Alright, so as you can see, hopefully, I have two dotted lines. I'm sorry, I have one solid line and one dotted line. So, what the dotted line represents is how companies are if they do not use a work breakdown structure, and the solid one represents a company if they do. And the efficiency, okay, the axis label efficiency, what this shows is that because the solid line is higher than the dotted line, companies that actually do use my solution of work breakdown structure planning techniques will actually have a higher efficiency as, as time progresses. So as a work day progresses, or over a span of months or something like that. All right, so what I just did here, okay, is not create anything that was true. So I actually came up with this off the top of my head. Okay, so I don't actually know if this is true or not, but it seems viable, and if you display it to them and you present it like it is feasible, like it is correct, then they'll believe it too. Okay, And that's kind of the key to role playing as well, is to sound smart. You may not be smart, even though I know all of you are smart, but sound like you know the facts and give them as if so. That way, you will not only be more credible, but judges will like you more because you're giving evidence and you're kind of being seen as someone who knows what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm going to show you how to create one of these. As you can see, this actually needs to stand up as you're giving your presentation. So let me bring it down. So as you can see, it's standing up. So I'll be giving my presentation with this at my side, standing up. Okay, and the way to create this is really simple. So once you get to your table or whatever, you'll get a few sheets of paper. Okay, so a few of them is for planning, and a few of them are left over for to do whatever you want. So what I like to do is, first of all, I just fold in half. All right. So I fold in half, clamp it, do whatever, and then I'll draw something on it. All right. And then the type of graph that I'm going to do is what I call a pie chart. How do you make this stand up, you asked? Well, all you got to do is you see these two ends right here? Yeah. So you just fold them inwards like this. And let me just do it really quick so you know what I'm talking about, because this is an origami class. Alright, so fold it once in half, and then at the bottoms, you just fold about 1 to 2 inches from the bottom inwards. So that way, it stands up really nice, and you can just have it there as you present, and it's really simple. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. Bye.